And we are recording. Yes, one take wonder here. Jazz Martin, Senator winner. I wanted to kill myself. It is a true story. At the age of 21, I came very close to killing myself. I don't know how many people know this story in my life. I'm not sure if anyone close to me knows it. People in the 12-step rooms know about it. I'm not sure how much detail I've shared about it. You know, I'm older now. I'm 42. So I'm a little bit further on. Thank God I didn't kill myself. I've had twice as much life. Look at that. But yes, because of gambling addiction, I wanted to end my life. I was at university and I had taken all my student loan, all my savings, and I had gambled it in all away within a couple of weeks of being there. I don't even think freshers had finished. That's kind of the week or two where you go in there and you're just about to start your first year. And I remember wondering how I was going to pay rent, wondering how I was going to pay for food. I didn't have enough money for food in the cupboards. I remember going downstairs after I was living in dorms, in halls, and I remember when people had finished eating and stuff, I remember I was so hungry that I went and ate their leftovers that were in the sink. They were already in the sink in kind of soapy water, and I hit, true story, it was mushroom tagliatelle. I still remember it. I was so hungry, I don't even like mushrooms. And I was scraping the tin to eat whatever leftovers there were. That's where my gambling addiction took me. That's where it took me. Don't look, addictions. And usually, let me tell you something. I'm making this video today for Grayson Murray. He's a golfer who has openly come out and said he has mental health issues. Rest in peace. We've found out he's killed himself. Mental health issues from alcoholism. He's been to rehab, he got sober, and it seems that perhaps he relapsed, perhaps other things were going on in his life. From my experience, it's not always just gambling. That's kind of a secret disease. Nobody really likes to admit they're a compulsive gambler. Let me tell you, I've met plenty of alcoholics, sober and using, that are degenerate gamblers. The stock market, the casinos, sports books, you name it. It's rife, it's a killer. Or there's a sex addiction usually with the alcoholism. There's stuff going on, shame and guilt. This stuff, it all intertwines. So listen, I'm making this video today and I'm trying to do something relatable and show people, look, I remember going to bed that night and I remember like trying to feel better, and I was like, I just need to do something to feel better. And I remember I ran a hot bath and I was in that bath. This is all over, but this is what you're gonna get. You get it from the heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know what I mean? I'm a mood ring. You can see my colors. It is what it is. And I was in that bathtub and it was boiling hot when I got in, and it was freezing cold, and I was still in there, and I was so numb from the devastation that I'd done to my life, that where I'd put myself and the predicament I'd put myself in. And I distinctly remember thinking, if I had a gun, no doubt I would pull the trigger. I remember having this thought, like, if there was a loaded gun in this room, I have so much shame and guilt right now. I can't speak to my parents about this. They already know I've got issues with gambling. This is the last thing I was the first kid to go to uni in the family, all this stuff. The first time I ever heard my dad say he was proud of me, he walked out of the uni room, he walked out of the room, the dorm that I was in. He was halfway down the steps and he said, Jazz? And I said, yeah. We couldn't see each other. And he said, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. It was, that's how we communicated back then. We communicate a lot better these days, and there's a lot more face-to-face and a lot more love shown through actions and words. But it's tough, you know what I mean? The firstborn, the parents learning, you're learning, whatever. That's a side issue. But I had all this weight on me, and I'm effing everything up. I'm effing it up. I'm blowing up my life. I've got all this potential, all these possibilities, and I'm blowing up my life through addiction. I'm making my life this small. It's just getting so tiny. So Thank God I didn't have a gun. And thank God I had to saddle up, just what I had to do. I had to plead hardship fund. I had to go get a job. I didn't have a job at the time. And managed to juggle it all, and like we do as addicts and as we do as survivors, we find a way, all that. I always say to people when they come in the rooms of Gamblers Anonymous, put the time and energy and effort you put into your addiction, put that into you. Wow, think about it. You'll probably be speaking fluent French in 6 months if you put all that time and effort that you put into gambling or the other escapades or activities, the amount of time you spend drinking. If you put that into an activity like learning guitar or something practical, something where you can see it. But here we have, that leads me on. I've got a solution. I have a solution if you are thinking about killing yourself. That's not an option. So what I would like to do is offer you a 30-day challenge. And if you still feel like killing yourself after that, then give me a call, give me a message. We'll figure something out. It's still not an option. But I'm guessing there's let's just say 99% of people, if they do this 30-day challenge, they will not want to kill themselves. They will be on the road to recovery. They will be thinking and living differently, and their actions will get them into right thinking. Oh, ho, 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 praise the Lord. Let's say that one again. These actions that I'm going to tell you will become your actions. And so when we speak about in the plural, their actions will get them into right thinking. So what are these actions? Well, I'm going to put them all in the description, so you don't even have to listen to this gobbledygook. You can go down there and just look at them now. But if you want to listen, keep listening. You've come this far, why not? First thing I'm going to ask you to do, it's a little double thing. If you are jacking off or boozing, stop that now. We're going to stop that for 30 days. No masturbating, watching porn, none of that. No drinking alcohol for 30 days. That includes weed if you're doing that, okay? Only 30 days. Only 30 days. I mean, you were going to kill yourself, right? Killing yourself was the option. So I'm just giving you this other little option, which is first task, no masturbation and no drinking, no drugging, okay? It's just for 30 days. If after 30 days you don't feel better, we'll gladly refund your misery, okay? I will gladly refund it. Second thing I'm going to ask you, digital detox. Okay, so if you are smashing in Instagram, you're comparing, despairing, if you're looking at Twitter and you're worrying about Donald Trump or whatever, Elon Musk or whatever other things people get upset about, or if you're on dating apps and you're, this fake world and again, just, it's fantasy, playing into that fantasy and compare and despair again. I want you to go on a digital detox. I want you to delete those things for 30 days. Just for 30 days. 30-day challenge, okay? Next thing I want you to do, and you might be doing these things already, but you definitely ain't doing all of them. I 100% agree. I 100% can agree with myself on that, is if you've got to the point where you want to kill yourself, well, that's an option. Some of these things you are not abstaining from or doing properly. The next thing I want you to do is get at least 8 hours of sleep, okay? I want you to get some sleep. I want you to put your phone away an hour before bed. I'd really like it if you could put your phone in a different room, okay? I want you to get 8 hours of sleep. Sleep is the most potent drug going. It's a super drug, sleep. Think about it. When you're ill, you go to the hospital. What do they want to do? They want you to sleep. It's the best thing in the world. How do you heal? You sleep. How do you replenish? How do you get your energy back? You sleep. Your brain needs to sleep. It needs D sleep. It needs the REM sleep. Okay. So we're gonna get that sleep. Okay, that's like 3 little brackets there. The next one, when you wake up on the morning, talking about sleeping, I'll give you an option here because I'm fair. I'm not gonna be militant. Okay, I'd love you to do both these things, but I'll give you an option because some people might want an option here. All right. So this next little task is cold shower or make your bed. You can choose either one. I'd like you to do both, okay? So just a cold shower, nothing extreme, nothing crazy like freezing water, just a cold shower, a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit like, yes, I'd rather not be having a cold shower right now, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to complete a difficult task, okay? And I'm going to delay the gratification. Same thing with making your bed, Difficult task, set yourself up to win, complete the task, delayed the gratification. Oh, after 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes after you've made it, wow, look at that. My bed looks mint. I can't wait to get in it tonight, later on. It's gonna be great. If anybody comes in my room or if anything's going on or it's gonna look nice. I've got a bit of pride in myself. Oh, look at that. So there's another task. Right, we're on a roll, aren't we? You're up for it. You've come this far. You're doing these things. You're looking at it. Perhaps you've put down the gun. You've untied the rope. Whatever it is. Look, we've got to have a laugh, okay? If you can't laugh, come on. This is the other part. You've got to be able to smile and have a laugh. So the next part is, I want you to, for the next 30 days, when you're going out and about, I want you to give 3 compliments. 3 compliments to strangers. This could be a compliment with an 80-year-old woman sat at the bus stop. You could just be like, hey, I really like your hair. Great haircut. Okay? Let's make it genuine though. So if she's got a good haircut, let her know. Or maybe she has a nice dress. Or maybe you see a guy and he's got a cool jacket. Or maybe you just see somebody being a great parent and you want to say, hey, you're just a really good parent. It's really nice to see that. Or maybe you are going for a walk and you see somebody with a nice dog and you're like, hey, your dog's beautiful. What's the dog's name? They tell you the name. Oh, wow, your dog's name's Levi. What a great name for a dog, whatever. 3 compliments a day for 30 days, okay? Mash all this together, mash it all together. You just might want to live a little longer. All right, last two. I want you to work out, okay? I want you to start working out. Every day, at least 30 minutes. 3 or 4 of those days, come on, 3 or 4 of those days, just give me 3 or 4 out of the week. Lift weights, okay? Lift some heavy weights, maybe 5 sets of 5, 4 sets of 8. Get on YouTube, you can see all the different styles, but lift weights, just lift them. Stop rationalizing why you don't do it or blah, 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 the storyline. Just do it. Your physique is a reflection of your respect for yourself, okay? Your physique is a reflection for your respect for yourself, okay? So that brings me on to the last thing I'm going to ask you to do. Stop eating processed food. Stop eating processed food, okay? Definitely sodas. No more sodas. No more sodas. For 30 days, no soda, okay? Eat single ingredient foods like, apple, banana, broccoli, carrot, tuna, sardine. So single ingredient food. And look, if you struggle with eating those things, but you like certain single ingredient foods or whatever, and you're worried about getting your nutrients or your vitamins, here's some vitamins you can take. They'll be in the description. Vitamin D3, maca root powder, tonga ali, and ashwagandha, okay? Get those in, go to a nutritionist, ask him what you need, tell him you're changing your diet, and let's do it. Let's do this just for 30 days. For 30 days, I'm really passionate about this. I think people who generally kill themselves are under the influence of drugs, are under severe depression from not enough sleep and not eating the right foods, are in apps, whether it's gambling apps, dating apps, or Instagram. They're not doing difficult tasks. They, blah, 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 blah. I can only know where I was. I can only know where friends that I've passed away that I've known from addiction. I can only know where they were, and I'm offering you solutions. Get into right action. It will get you into right thinking, okay? Because there is really no thing such as good and bad, right? There's that quote. It's the thinking that makes it so. It's the thinking that makes it so. What is good? What is bad? What is beautiful? What is ugly? It's the thinking that makes it so, right? So get into right action. Get yourself into right thinking. I hope this has helped somebody. I was here tonight. I'd heard about Grayson Murray, and I was thinking about myself, how easy that could have been for me to do, to metaphorically pull that trigger. And, I'm so glad that I didn't. I'm so glad that I got that gift of desperation. How about that? How about you turn this addiction, this, apple in the Garden of Eden, don't bite into it no more. Don't squander your chances of Eden. Alchemize this darkness, alchemize this wound, alchemize this disease, and turn it into light, turn it into something that you can help other people with. You know, you don't want people to feel this bad, right? Your loved ones. Can you imagine people that you love, that you care about, feeling as bad as that you are right now, that you want to actually end your life? No, that's not an option, okay? And fight and show that change is possible. And like I said, it's got to come through action. And these are really great steps. These are really great action steps to take to get yourself into right thinking. You're not thinking straight if ending your life is part of the solution for you right now, okay? I love you, okay? I love you. I know it's hard. I know you're full of fear. I know that, what I'm asking is not easy, but give it a shot. And momentum. If you can get the momentum, baby, momentum is amazing. It's the first day, 2 days. Once you get that momentum, once you give that first compliment out, you'll be giving 3, 4, 5, 6 a day. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to really enjoy it. You might even start taking pride in the way your bed looks. You might actually stay quite long in the shower. You'll be surprised. You might start. All kinds of wonderful things are going to happen if you do I don't want to give too much away. I'd like your own experience. I'd like your own journey. I'd love you to share it. Maybe you can comment. Maybe you can get on this 30 days. I tell you what, I'm going to get on this 30 days right now. I will be on it from today, day one. I'm going to post this video and I am getting on it. All these things I'm asking you to do, I will be doing. Some of them I've slacked off recently. There's a few here that I'm like, you know what, I don't do that every day and I want to get on it. So I'm going to do it for the next 30 days. If you're doing it, like, comment, let me know. Let's get on it, okay? Vamos! And don't forget, va con Deus.